everybody's pretending to be so confident.
Like forced. Like you really want us to believe that you are confident, but you're forcing it so much that it reads you're not.
We're getting confidence off of a shelf and it's being mass produced. When I have this fake confidence versus this actual confidence, that I leave feeling empty while others leave feeling full. For 6 months, I got up and said it was gonna be all right. I ain't believe it was gonna be all right. So today, we were in the production room trying to figure out what we're going to talk about, and this idea of confidence came up. And Whitney was like, well, what about quiet confidence? And I'm like, is that even a thing? And like, let's expound on it. Like, everybody's pretending to be so confident. And everybody's got everything together, and that's because life can be edited now. Like, you know, I can edit in this car, I can edit in this food, this menu, this set of friends. We all know that it ain't what it is, but you know, that's the way of the world. So like, do you see the same thing that I see, where it's like people are pretending to be so confident, but you can actually tell that they're really not? Like, yeah, just not really that sure about yourself. But even though you're loud, like, I got this. But have you seen that?
Oh, I see it all the time. Or you just see, I always say it's like forced. Like you really want us to believe that you are confident, but you're forcing it so much that it reads you're not. You know, like I don't have to prove my confidence. And you know, even for like women, you see women like they do a whole new makeover, and there's nothing wrong with a makeover. I get it. You know, everybody deserves to, you know, do themselves over again. But now you're just overly filtering, you're overly, you know, accessorizing and all this, what do you mask? You're masking your insecurity, but it screams, as opposed to just do you, just be yourself, like forcing us to believe that you're something else is exposing your insecurities, in my opinion.
And I see it happening in groups, like, and you know, and I say this with all due respect. I say with all due respect, but it is a thing. And I talk to the boys about it. Like, with all of the improvements that we're trying to do to ourselves, what's happening is everybody is starting to look the same because we're getting confidence off of a shelf and it's being mass produced. And now everybody has the same size confidence. Everybody has the same complexion of confidence. And when I say everybody, I'm just talking about not everybody, but large groups of people. I remember we took the kids to the Chris Brown concert, and we were in a section with we were the only, can I say we old compared to them?
Yeah. Compared to them, we absolutely
the only old people in the whole section. Everybody in there was 20 something and beneath. And we were looking at them and was like, everybody looks like they could be related.
Literally.
Like everybody really literally looked like related. And jokingly, I looked at one of the boys and I said, now be careful, because you got to understand that people are making changes to themselves that doesn't reflect the reality of who they really are.
How your baby gonna look.
And how is your child gonna look? You got to go back.
She don't look like that.
You got to go look at some high school pictures and some photos and stuff like that. But here's the real issue. Not even against none of that, but when you can come into a situation and walk away with something externally that you feel is going to make you confident, it's a failing proposition. Because, like, do you agree that confidence comes from the inside out? Like,
for sure.
Which is why people who don't have anything done are still walking around like, I'm that guy, I'm that girl, because happiness is an inside job. Right. That's a growing point.
It is.
Happiness is an inside job. What do you think about that?
No, that's absolutely true. Like I'll you know this, I'll tell the girls when they were teenagers, like, okay, they get in their moods and what have you. That's a decision. And if that's the decision you've made, then, you sit in that for a minute. But it's also a decision to come out of this room with a better attitude about whatever that is, that you a little stank about. And I'm going to give you a moment to make the right decision before I make it for you.
Before I make it for you. Listen, I looked it up. So here's a definition of confidence. Confidence is quiet certainty. Not that you'll win every time, but that you'll be fine either way. I love that. Like, I might not win, but I'm good. Yeah. Like, I might not get the promotion. If I got to stay here for a little while, I'm good. I might not, you may have a Mercedes right now and I'm still driving a Toyota, but I promise you, I'm not about to slip my wrist because we're not driving the same kind of car right now. I'm confident in what I have in this season and knowing that what's for me is going to happen when it's the appropriate time for me.
Yeah. I mean, it's as shallow as, how we'll try on clothes and different outfits or whatever. And you'll say, babe, you don't like that much. And I'll say, I mean, it's cute. And you're like, no, you don't have that walk. Or that, that thing where you just, when something feels good and it gives you this confidence. It's like, yeah, you don't. And I'm like, yeah, it's a 5. I really don't like it. It ain't giving. It ain't giving what it's supposed to give. But it's something about it. It's a decision. And it's something that makes you feel a way. It's nothing anybody else can give you.
Yeah, when confidence, like I said this way, if confidence comes from the outside, it's a con. It's con. It's like, because if I get my confidence for me based on how you feel about me, then that means when I say you, not you particularly, I'm talking about external, then that means that when you leave me, I lose my confidence.
Right.
My confidence can't leave when you leave.
Yeah, that's giving.
And it can't come when you come.
Yeah, it's giving the person too much power over you.
Over you and your decisions and your reality and who you're going to become.
Yeah. So tell me this, because you exude confidence in a great way. Were there ever times that you made us as an audience feel as though you were confident, or the people you're around? Doesn't necessarily have to be an audience, but did you ever make us think you're so confident when you were, don't take a nap, when you're gonna answer this question, I'm gonna keep asking every time you wake up. Did you make us think you were confident and you really weren't, but you were so good at it that you fooled us all?
I don't really like being asked this question.
Has someone asked it before?
Nope.
Well, there you have it. Now you don't know what you don't like.
I know it now because I feel very, very, yes. Yes, okay. I have. Total transparency.
Okay.
We go out of town last year for my birthday. And the director of maintenance calls and says, oh, it was a hurricane in Houston while y'all were gone. And we've been through so many hurricanes. We're like, okay, it's fine. And then we start getting pictures. And the building has water running out of it. Our house has a tree the size of, I mean, how big was that tree that fell? Yeah. It fell from the neighbor's yard, through their yard, across the street, and into our yard and still reached the garage.
Yeah.
We're talking about 100-foot tree that just knocks everything down. So I got the house in disrepair. That can be handled. But I got to the church, and when I saw that the entire ceiling was laying on the ground, and that it was 2 or 3 feet of water, and I walk in that building and everybody's talking about, but God's going to make a way and everything's going to turn around and we're going to build back better. And I'm thinking, no, we ain't. Because I'm going to be honest with you. I saw it happen before. I saw, and I can name him because I walk with him. One of my friends, Dale Brister, he was in New Orleans. His church went through a hurricane. He came to Houston and opened up another location. It took him years to be able to build back and go back to New Orleans. Bishop Paul Morton, I saw what happened to his church. I thought, ain't no bounce back. But I came up there and I was preaching at Lakewood, talking about, yeah, God's going to do it and he's going to do it. And then I look at the offering, because all of those folks were struggling too. Mm-hmm. And their jobs were closed down because the whole city was closed down and nobody was giving. And I'm like, yeah, this is a recipe for disaster. Mm-hmm. Then we start fighting with the insurance company. And then I'm like, oh, insurance don't pay just because you paid the premiums. And they don't do what they say they're going to do when you think they're going to do it. All of that stuff stacks up. So we got a church that needs to be rebuilt. Don't have enough money to rebuild it. Have an insurance company that owes us the money to rebuild it, but they're trying to strip it down to the bare minimum. And expenses have doubled. So anything that we have has to go towards renting, being in a place, because the place that we are in is unusable. Oh, and by the way, the mortgage is still coming for it. For 6 months, I got up and said it was going to be all right. I didn't believe it was going to be all right. Mm. And I was mad and I was frustrated. And when I go back and listen to them sermons in that time, I don't even know what I was talking about. Half of it was frustration. Half of it was trying to convince. And I think for a moment, I got away from the essence of where my messages normally come from. I felt defeated. I even said to you sometimes, maybe God wants me to retire and give the church to somebody else. Mm-hmm. That was me telling you I'm tired. That was me telling you that this is getting too hard for me. And I had never pastored a church in a circumstance this hard before. And I think that confidence, or the lack thereof, has a way of hijacking your brain and making you think that you are lesser than the assignment, even though it was you through God that got it this far. Mm-hmm. I stopped believing that I had it for a minute. And I just wanted to let somebody else do it and go find something else to do.
I had no idea that you internally felt that. I definitely saw you unraveling immediately, but I put it all on that. Understandably, that's a lot of stress. I heard the calls. I heard and I too I didn't know what to do. I didn't even know how to support you. I didn't know, you want to put a Band-Aid and say everything's going to be okay. That's all you can kind of say, which I know is not what anybody wants to hear. But I did not know that I didn't know that you didn't believe what you were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. I believed you, and I believed that you believed what you were saying. It's totally understandable that you didn't, and you had to motivate us and make us feel, because I think, had we seen you really feel how you're telling me you felt, it would have knocked us all out. Like we wouldn't have been able to take seeing you the way you're saying that you felt on the inside. But that's a lot to carry, and that is, in hindsight, I can see it even more, but I did definitely see you unraveling in spaces like, just you weren't able to communicate during that time at all.
Well, because anything I had to say was going to cause exactly what you talked about. Let me tell you, I'm going to speak for men, and not all men, but we have a tendency to fall into performative confidence. Mm-hmm. So I was like, as long as I can keep performing, it'll look like I know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. I preached as hard as I could, sang as much as I could. I mean, I did everything I could. And then I would leave like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You weren't the person that you were when speaking about it. You weren't that person at home. You would not talk really, you know what I mean? Or like the conversations that we did have were they were short, they were a little edgy. But in my mind, I'm thinking I knew the stress you were under. I knew the stress you were under up until recently, I think, when all of this kind of just took a turn of like, thank God we're here. We've gotten here. And it was like the light bulb came on for you. Like even it got better, but that first, from the time the hurricane hit until probably maybe about 6 months ago, it was tough. And I think I would ask you, like, what do you need from me today? Or what can I do for you today? And sometimes it would be nothing, but usually it'd be little surface things like, oh, babe, can you go to the dry cleaner or something like that? But you never gave me any of your weight. And I don't even know if you could, to be honest. I don't know if it was
I think that sometimes false confidence will make you believe that you got it. Mm-hmm. And number two, I think that sometimes what we call confidence is actually control.
Meaning you had control over what other people felt, what you felt. What do you mean when you say control?
I mean that what looked like confidence was me trying to stay in control of it all. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I wasn't confident. I just wanted history to say that I controlled it well.
Got it.
That I didn't let, I didn't want nobody to lose their job. Do you know how hard it is to have to pay 100 people when you're only getting in 50 people worth of money?
Yeah.
Like, what I mean by control was I only had confidence that I could pay all the staff because I gave them my check. Mm-hmm. That wasn't confidence, that was control. I was moving, I was robbing Peter to pay Paul, moving stuff around. And it was because you have to think of it this way, babe. Like, one day you go to sleep and your life costs $100 a day. Something comes in and destroys what you built. Life now costs $200 a day, but you're only getting $50 a day. Mm-hmm. And the only reason why we made it through life costing $200 a day and only getting $50 a day is because when we were making $100 a day, I was putting $50 away. Mm-hmm. But when you see $50 leave every single week, mm-hmm. and you know that if this happens 5 or 6 more times, you're going to have to call people in that you love and care for and do life with and say, I'm sorry, but the place that you trust to help take care of you can no longer do that. And you're going to have to go somewhere. Now, if you don't care about people, this don't bother you.
Right.
But because I love every person who sacrificed for us, all I could think about was them. And what am I not getting? What am I missing? What part of this is escaping me? So, no, I did not have confidence. Mm-hmm. All I had was chaos that I was trying to control. And luckily enough, and I don't mean luck in that sense, I mean blessing wise. And I don't, it ain't a sermon, but man, God just comes through right when you need him to. It's just like, just when I was like, ooh, it's like, it hit. And then I'm like,
yeah,
it was going to be okay the whole time.
Right. It's so hard to see in the midst of.
Hard to see in the midst of. And that's why you have to have confidence. That's why you have to.
And you talk about faith.
Yeah. Yeah. And let's talk about that too, because confidence and faith are synonyms. If you're talking about culture and you're talking about spirituality, like.
Yeah. But just like you lose your confidence, you can definitely, that faith can be a little sketchy sometimes.
Yeah.
When you don't see
it's okay, right?
Yeah. When you don't, it's absolutely okay. And I think that's just the human part of us, like when you can't see it, it's hard to just, let me just have some faith that this is going to come through, that it's going to be okay one day. Because that's all you hear, right? Your whole life. It's going to be all right. Everything's going to be all right. And I think even we were talking one time and I said, yeah, it might be okay, but what am I supposed to do right now? Like yes, I know. Pray about it. He's gonna work it out. What am I supposed to do in this moment right now when it hurts so bad, when it's confusion, when I'm broke, when my heart's broken, my pocket's broken, I don't have nowhere to go? What am I supposed to do in the meantime? You can keep praying all you want. I pray about it too, but I'm still waking up with it every day. So tell me what I'm supposed to do, because faith ain't getting me to tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, just mentally and physically saying that is not helping me in this moment. I get it, but what am I supposed to do to make myself, to get me to tomorrow?
Yeah, and I, one of the things that I think is okay that most people don't say enough is, I do not know.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know what you're supposed to do, because everybody feel like, man, don't come at me with that religion stuff right now. I don't come to me don't quote no scripture to me right now. I'll be honest with you. There were some days where I just wanted to tell people, leave me alone so I could be mad. Like, that's what I want to be right now. I want to be mad, and I want you to be okay with me being mad. And I want you to not encourage me right now.
Right.
I only needed the encouragement from a person who understood my discouragement. That just came to me. It's like, it's the only thing that helped me in that time is I can only accept encouragement for people who made me feel like they understood my discouragement. Yeah. If they not pretended, if they had no empathy or sympathy for the discouragement, I couldn't even hear the encouragement. That's the best way I'm 100% accurate in my assertion of that. And that's me being as vulnerable as I could be. I could not hear you tell me it's going to be okay if you didn't first say, that's messed up.
Right. Yeah. Understand what I'm feeling first, then you can speak on it.
If you didn't understand what I was feeling, I couldn't even accept what you was dealing. I don't know how unhealthy that is. I don't know where that comes from, but I couldn't hear it until you was like, man, bro, that's messed up. Then all of a sudden I was like, yeah, it is. Now what?
Right.
Then I could hear.
I wish people would say, I don't know more, instead of be experts at nothing, Like, it's okay to say, I don't know. Matter of fact, I pridefully will say, I don't know, then give you some crazy answer or something that I don't know about. Like, I think, we go on the internet and everybody's a expert of something, expert of giving you confidence, expert of healing, expert of everything. You don't know.
10 steps to confidence.
Yeah.
5 books that'll make you more confident.
Yeah. You might be able to give me a little, and I think that's another thing. Experience. You talked about, like, unless you can understand what I'm feeling and don't speak on it. If you've had no experience in this and you just read a few books, it's like people that read the parenting books, right? That's just, some notes. I get it. We can learn a few things, but
you don't know
my kids. Yeah. You don't know my situation. You don't know my living situation. You don't know my children.
This is the first time I did not know how things were going to turn out.
And didn't see it.
No, coming. I didn't see it. Yeah. I didn't see it coming, and I didn't see how it was going to go. Like, you were there with me. It's like, the reality was $20 million worth of real estate was worth nothing overnight. Just nothing. Nothing. No walls. No running water. No nothing. You've seen it. Yeah. From 5,000 people in the room to coming up to a parking lot that was empty for at least 3 or 4 months before we could get back. We went to Lakewood. We had the summer off. Remember, we even took a month off where we couldn't come. Then we went to Lakewood for another month. And so those were the little snippets, like talking to Pastor Osteen and him doing what he did. That was like those little glimmers of things helped me to be like, okay, things are going to take place. I'm just telling you, I wish I could make people believe that as a pastor, that I was just super confident through that whole thing. I'd be lying to them if I didn't say that even with glimmers of hope, I still had no hope at all. Like, it's the truth. And I know people gonna be like, you ain't got no faith and all that kind of stuff. You can call it what you want. Like it's human nature
For sure.
to be fearful. It's human nature to be scared. It's human nature to lack confidence sometimes. And it's human nature to be afraid of something you can beat. Mm-hmm. So I realized that, when I have this fake confidence versus this actual confidence, that I leave feeling empty while others leave feeling full. Mm-hmm. Now that's good in the short term because now they're ready to go. But I realized that my job is that for at least a little while, I fill people with just enough, and then they're going to come back and need more.
Yep.
Until they can grow and mature and have it on their own. So the problem with fake confidence is I only have so much. So I feel them, they leave, they're empty, they come back. I give them some more, they leave and they come back. And I'm almost going to be operating on fumes. And one day they're going to come back to get it and I won't have it. The other way around, when there's actual confidence, there are times that I'm preparing the message or that I'm preaching that I'm just as excited as the people I'm talking to.
Right.
Like I was talking about loving Jesus the other day and tears almost came out of my eyes because like I mean that. Mm-hmm. And while I'm saying it, I'm actually encouraging myself.
Yeah, you're confident.
I'm confident.
Yeah.
I'm confident.
That's a good point because you see people, motivational speakers, preachers or whatever, that I say this, we've had this conversation. I was like, the people that do that so well, but leave people with this sense of needing to come back, right? They give a speech, they make you feel good, but they leave this hole of where I still got to come back and get more of that thing for you to boost me up again. As opposed to giving people something that leaves them so solid that they're confident in that empowerment or confident in that feeling that you just gave them. And I wonder if that is because the person giving the message isn't totally confident in what they're saying.
Well, fake confidence leans on enablement. True confidence leans on empowerment.
Yeah. So
when I am not confident, I get my confidence by your return to my feet. So you good. Returning to me makes me feel good about who I am.
Yeah, right.
But a true leader is not looking for people to be enabled by them, but to be empowered by them so that they can go out and stand on their own 2 feet.
Yeah.
And that's why all of the campuses that we've planted are still successful and growing because I don't need them to fail for me to feel like a success.
Right. And you don't need those people to come to you. They can go over there. They can.
They're not for me.
Yeah.
Otherwise they wouldn't be with them.
Right. Right.
So either they were going to leave me for them or leave me for somebody else. Because anybody who can leave will.
Right.
So why not provide a conduit by which if they do leave you, they're going to be in the hands of somebody who's going to take care of them. Mm-hmm. So fake confidence or the lack thereof builds an apparatus where people are
have to come back.
Got to come back. True confidence is like empower. Go do you.
And it's scary because people use empowerment so loosely, right? It's a way to get them in. People want to feel empowered. But are you really empowering me when you are leaving me where I need to come back and be empowered again? And again and again and again, not learning something new and not gaining a new confidence in another subject. You literally are having to empower me in that same space over and over again. But that's exactly what you explained. Like fake confidence will make you keep coming back to me for that same thing. Like I got to make you feel good over and over and over and over and over again in the same space, as opposed to making you whole. Yeah. And you are needing that thing to come back. Give me something else. Teach me something else, and I think you do a masterful job at that. And I'm not just saying that because you're my handsome husband.
Baby, thank you so much. Can I tell you this?
I don't know why, but you keep stepping on my toe, and it's something about it that I think it's comforting. Cause
it is comforting me.
Yeah,
it is. It's such a soft toe.
I mean, it's fine.